In the summer of 1940, a desperate battle raged in the skies of England. If Britain lost, Hitler would invade. At the heart of the fight was one remarkable squadron. Brave, rebellious, unconventional, 303 Squadron was made up of Poles who came here to fight for freedom and help change the course of British history.
All I know about the Polish Air Force is that they lasted 3 days against the Luftwaffe.
They didn't think we really have in the stomach for fight anymore. That we are a spent force and that we are an embarrassment and a burden.
With recruits as young as 18 being killed quicker than they could be trained, the RAF was losing the battle for Britain. On July the 22nd, 303 Polish Squadron was formed at London's RAF Northolt.
Our country was defeated. We wanted it back. The commitment was total.
We were not fighting for England or France or things. We were waiting for our country.
The success of 303 Polish Squadron was becoming a powerful weapon of British propaganda. On the afternoon of September the 7th, they shot down 16 enemy aircraft in less than 15 minutes. It was a record unbeaten by any other RAF squadron.
These Polish, they loathed the Germans. All we were interested in was to destroy airplanes, whereas the Poles, they wanted to kill anybody that was in these airplanes.
303 Squadron had shot down twice as many Germans as the leading British unit, for a third of the losses. On the 26th of September, King George VI made the first of many visits to congratulate the Poles.
Poles had jumped in on the scattered individuals, and suddenly the air was full of burning aircraft, parachutes, and pieces of disintegrating wing.
The Poles hadn't learned to fly like this in England.
Magnificent fighting, 303 Squadron. I'm delighted. The enemy has shown that Polish pilots definitely on top.
Most historians agree that the Battle of Britain was won by a narrow margin. And it could be argued that perhaps this narrow margin was supplied by the 303 Squadron.
None of the 303 aces who fought in the Battle of Britain are alive today. 1,973 Polish airmen lost their lives in the Second World War. But in spite of their sacrifice, Poland would be denied its freedom when the war ended. In February 1945, with victory in sight, the Allied leaders met at Yalta. Britain, which had gone to war to defend Poland, now faced the growing power of the Soviet Union.
Yalta was complete reversal of the British stand, and it was terrible shock for the Polish forces which fought so valiantly.
To pacify Stalin, at the end of the war, the Allies handed control of Poland to the Communists. The dream of freedom the Poles had fought and died for was over.
We felt that the Allies really betrayed us. At the end of the war, we were really not wanted in this country anymore. People didn't really mind where we go, didn't particularly press us to go here, or they just get out of the country, leave, go back to Poland or go anywhere you like.
In June 1946, Britain held a spectacular Allied victory parade. Czechs, Chinese and Iranians all marched down the Mall past King George VI. But not a single Pole. Britain did not invite them, for fear of offending Stalin.
everybody won except us. We lost.